Welcome everyone to this quick demonstration of our new domains capability. This demonstration will contain 4 steps. First of all, I will show you how to create a new domain, then how you assign data to that domain, as well as users, and then we will log in as a user with a domain permission to show how they can author policies to manage access to data in that domain. If we expand the information, we can see this table has already been assigned to a domain marketing. Now we'll also have a look at this product ingredients table, and we can see this table has not been assigned to any domain as of now, and we would like now to go ahead and assign this to the product domain. So we navigate to the domains experience, and we can see we currently only have a marketing domain existing. So we go ahead and create a new domain called product, give it a description, click save, and we can see the product domain has now been created. As a next step, we want to assign data sources to this domain. We can see here currently there are no data sources assigned to this domain yet. So we go ahead and say that we would like to assign new data sources. And we can see here we have a bunch of tables prefix product, and that by chance is also the tables that I would like to add to this domain. So I do a mass select and click here, add to domain. And we can see this has been completed, and it tells us now that we have 6 data sources assigned to that domain. As a next step, I will assign some users other than myself to this domain so they can start manage policies to the data sources that we've just added to that domain. So I go here and click grant permissions. We can see it's already selected the product domain for me. So I go ahead and we can see here I could choose to either add individual users, or I could also assign groups to the domain here. I stay with individual users. I'm going to add Mark as well as Sam. And actually, I've just realized I didn't really want to add Mark. I just wanted to add Sam. So I go ahead and remove him. You can see I can navigate here by directly clicking on this, but I can also use these functions here at the bottom to move. This is the permission, manage policies. I go ahead, review and complete, and I can see, yes, I want to add Sam with the manage policies permission to the product domain. I go ahead and grant him that permission. I am now logged in as Sam, as you can see here, and I'm here on my landing page, and I can now see all the data sources that are assigned to the product domain. I navigate to my domains experience, and I can see here as Sam, I can just see the product domain here because that's where I have my permissions. I do not have any permissions for the marketing domain. I navigate into that domain, and I can go and see again here, I can see the data sources that have been assigned to this domain. Now, in next step, I can decide if I want to author any policies to that domain. And I will now go ahead and choose data policy here, and I'll say, I would like to go ahead and create a policy. I'll give it a name, policy. I will choose how I want to protect the data. I'll say minimize data source by showing 60% of the data for everyone. I add this rule, and now I scroll down. I'll say I want this to apply on all of the data sources, restricted to the domain product, which is where I have my permission, and I can see this will apply to 6 out of 14 data sources in total on this tenant. If I remove this restriction, you can see here, I no longer can activate this policy because I'm now trying to author a policy that goes beyond the permissions of what I have. So I do have to pick here my product domain, and you can see when I do that, the activate policy button here comes back. So I'll activate that policy now, and then we'll go back to the domain experience to show you how this policy is now represented. The policy has been activated, and I'm back in my product domain experience. You can see now we have now 1 data policy associated to this domain. And if I navigate to this tab, you can see my policy is now showing here as a data policy associated to that domain. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the new feature.